Time for some free winning picks. Offshoreinsiders.com. Promises made, promises exceeded. All right, couple free picks for you. Temple and SMU. When you have rested, ranked home teams, they're 104, 74, and 4 against the spread. That would benefit SMU. Now, Southern Methodist is, in fact, 5-1 against the spread, covering by an average of 10.7 points per game. That is the 5th best margin of cover, or so-called sweat barometer, in the entire country. SMU's going over all 6 of their games by an average of 10.2 points per game, the 7th best over team in the country. Teams off of triple overtime wins, surprisingly, are pretty good play. Remember, SMU remained undefeated with a big triple overtime win last week, but such teams have covered 56.4% of the time. But then again, they're off of a bye anyway, and Sonny Dykes even said they really needed that bye. SMU quarterback Shane Buechele, the Texas transfer, completing 67% of his passes. He's thrown 12 touchdowns. Running back Xavier Jones has rushed for 646 yards and 12 scores for the Mustangs. But they're going up against a Temple team that has played their best against the best. Temple perfect 2-0 straight up and against the spread to ranked teams this year, beating Maryland and Memphis. SMU, a little bit of pressure on them. They're just behind Boise among the non-Power 5 schools. Remember, the highest-ranked conference champion of non-Power 5 teams will go to the Cotton Bowl this year, so plenty of motivation for SMU, but they're now hitting the toughest part of their schedule. Next 2 weeks, they'll be at Houston and Memphis, and again, 3 straight weeks. The next 3 weeks are really the toughest part of the schedule. Your free winning pick is to go with Temple. Once again, Temple. I'm not done. I got 3 more free winning picks coming up in a moment. If you're not making a fortune this football season, do not come bitching to me. It's that simple. I'm killing it again. Typical season. 48-28 in the NFL. That goes back to preseason. 18-7 college football. Thursday night football over-under already won on Tennessee and Jacksonville a couple weeks ago. Now I got my Thursday night football game of the year. I got 11 college football winners on Saturday, including a couple wise guy plays. I got NFL Sunday wise guy play up, and I'm going to have more. Especially in the NFL. Might be done in college, I don't know. NFL, we're definitely going to have more. All that at offshoreinsiders.com. 32 years of winning. Nobody wins more than I do because nobody works harder. Nobody's got better information. Joe Duffy's picks, offshoreinsiders.com. You're either with us or you're subsidizing the bookmakers for us. Arizona and USC. USC, last week, they had a very competitive loss to Notre Dame, although they came along at the end. But they're really banged up. What a physical game. 5 starters on their defensive side of the ball banged up. Arizona, second in the Pac-12 with 103 plays of at least 10 yards. Second in plays of at least 20 yards at 41. First in plays of at least 30 yards at 20. And first in plays of at least 40 yards at 15. So here's the point here. Arizona's been a big feast or famine team. USC also predictably unpredictable. They can look very good one week, so-so the next week. And I look for unpredictability in this game, and especially when it comes to total. So if they're on pace, these two teams are on pace to go way over the total. I think the live under is a great bet, and just vice versa. If they're on pace to go way under, the live over would be a good bet. I would strongly consider betting the live total on the over-adjusted line. USC gets 8.2 yards per pass. The team's normally allowing 6.9, and they average 9.5 at home. Now, Arizona is one of the more anemic pass rushers in the country, just 5 total sacks in 6 games, tied for 123rd in the nation. Still, all in all, though, as I said, I think the live bets are really your best bet. I do like this one to go over the total as my play. Texas A&M and Ole Miss from Joe Duffy's picks at offshoreinsiders.com. Texas A&M has played one of the toughest schedules in the nation at this point of the season. The Aggies' 3 losses have come at number 1 Alabama, against number 1 Alabama, number 3 Clemson, and number 11 Auburn. Now, since John Plumlee took over the starting quarterback for Ole Miss on October the 28th, the Rebels have covered the spread in all 3 of the starts. But remember, the Rich Rod there has a nice 1-2 two-headed quarterback with Matt Corral. Still going to see extensive playing time. Now, Plumlee's a very good runner. In 4 SEC games this year, Ole Miss has averaged 283.2 rushing yards per game, which leads the conference. Plumlee is their leading rusher, 470 yards, and 4 times he's found the land of milk and honey. Now, as a general rule of thumb in college basketball and college football, freshman-laden teams are usually much better at home than they are on the road. They're a true, home-road dichotomous team. Freshmen have accounted for almost 85% of Ole Miss's offensive production this season. That leads the nation as far as the percentage of production from young players. With Auburn and LSU still ahead, definitely a must-win game for Ole Miss to become bowl eligible, and there's plenty of motivation. Remember last year they were ineligible because of sanctions. Just think Ole Miss a very dangerous team. Plus 6.5, I'll go with Ole Miss, plus 6.5. Arizona State and Utah teams off a dominant win. This is a momentum angle. They fit into a momentum angle. Utah does, 583, 414, and 28. And then a subsystem of that angle takes it to 59.1%. Little bit of revenge here. ASU won the previous 2 meetings by a combined 38 points. And last year, they knocked out quarterback Tyler Huntley for the year. So Huntley might be looking for some revenge here. ASU off a dramatic win to WSU. When the total is substantially less than each team's previous total, goes under at a rate of 391, 262, and 15. Remember, Utah had 60 last week. Arizona State had 61. Their total was. And so that system would say favor the under, but my official pick is I'm going to go with Utah in a blowout here. Utah is your winner. Do you want free picks with analysis? I'll give it to you every damn day. Remember, NBA and college basketball around the corner. But you got to tell us. Why don't you tell our sponsors, mybookie.ag, set up an account, use the promo code Duffy, fastest payouts, no problem making a deposit via Bitcoin. And again, I have built up a reputation, 32 years in the industry. I'm not going to throw it down, as Archie Bunker would say, the turlet, by sending you to a sportsbook that doesn't pay you on time. And that'll kill me, because look, my clients win, then all of a sudden they win, and they can't even collect their damn money. Well, that doesn't do me any good. I will only recommend quality sportsbooks that I've used, that have paid me on time, and that my clients have said paid me on time, and I always cross-reference it through the legitimate watchdog sites. And mybookie.ag passes with flying colors on all of them. Mybookie.ag, use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. They'll get the largest sign-up bonus that they allow, and it tells us that you want more free stuff each and every day.